Just before we start this week's STEM experiment, just ask the children to dry their hands since we'll be working with an electrical circuit, albeit a very low voltage one. Just like to make sure that no electricity goes where we don't want it to go. Thank you. Hi, it's time for another Reset Tuesday. Reset's a nonprofit organization that puts professional STEMs, volunteers in elementary schools to work with the kids on science experiments. We're in the midst of the coronavirus shutdown, so we're showing some experiments that people can leave their children in at home or over web chat if you can do that. Today we're going to show how a circuit works, an electrical circuit. So what we need is a flashlight, 2 batteries, D or C, or if you don't have that, just 1 battery, and a piece of aluminum foil. So the first thing I'm going to do is to take the light bulb out of this flashlight, just pull it through the reflector end, and take this bulb, small flashlight bulb, out. And next I'm going to take this piece of aluminum foil about the size of a piece of copy paper, and I'm going to fold it over many times like this, and then finally I'm going to twist it into a wire-shaped length, or at least as close as I can get to it here. Then flatten one end and put it under a battery at one terminal, and then take the flashlight bulb and hold it on the button on the top. The battery should be positioned such that the button's on the top. Then touch the aluminum foil wire, we're going to call her a wire here for simplicity's sake, to the, not to the glass part of the bulb, but to the metal holder. And if you can see that, we do get a connection. The light bulb does light up. Now I'm going to add another battery on top of this one. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's a brighter light with 2 batteries because we're getting more electrical power through the circuit. So this is basically what happens inside a flashlight. When you push the switch to the on position, it completes the circuit and the bulb goes on. When you pull the switch back, you interrupt the circuit and it goes off. So the thing about a circuit, and when I work with children on this, I say a circuit, think of a circuit has the same base word as circle, is it has to be all connected in sequence. So if the bulb is off the top of the battery, it doesn't work. If I put the bulb back on the top but I disconnect this, it's not a circuit anymore. It's open and it no longer lights, and if it comes off at the bottom, similarly it will not light. So even though it's kind of just a replication of what happens inside a flashlight, kids seem to get a charge out of it. I would recommend against using 3 batteries, because that often will either blow the bulb or occasionally it'll actually give it a small shock. And just as a precaution here, make sure the children's hands are dry when they start this experiment, because we don't want the fingers conducting electricity. So that's this week's experiment for Reset Tuesday, hashtag Reset Tuesday. And again, I'm just going to take a quick video of the tadpoles from my garden pond. So you may not be able to tell from this angle, but there seems to be a little bit of an appendage coming out from the bottom of this larger tadpole. And I'll take a still shot that'll show that more clearly. And put these guys back into the frog pond until next week. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next Tuesday with another experiment.